Hey everyone, and welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Absolutely. Always ready to go deep on these fascinating topics.
Excellent. So today we're tackling something I think a lot of us have heard about, but maybe don't fully grasp the power of thought.
Ah, yes. The power of thought.
It's one of those things that can sound a bit woo-woo.
Right.
Like just think positive and all your dreams will come true. Is that really all there is to it?
Well, our listeners send in some really interesting stuff that goes way beyond that. We're talking about how our thoughts actually shape our reality, not just in some mystical sense, but like scientifically.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Hit me with the basics. What's the core concept here?
All right, so the central idea is this. We get what we think about most of the time.
Interesting. So if I'm constantly thinking about winning the lottery,
Well, hold on now. It's not quite as simple as that. You see, the law of attraction, which comes up a lot in this stuff.
yeah, I've heard of that, but it always seemed a little too good to be true.
It definitely gets oversimplified. It's not about just wishing for something and poof, it appears. It's more about the fact that our thoughts influence our actions, and our actions shape our reality.
Okay, that makes more sense. So it's like if I'm always thinking about how I'm going to mess up this presentation at work.
Exactly. You're more likely to actually make those mistakes because your mind is already focused on that negative outcome.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Mm.
But how does this actually work in the brain?
Well, that's where neuroplasticity comes in. Have you heard of that?
I've heard the term, but I'm a little fuzzy on the details.
So basically, neuroplasticity means that our brains are constantly changing and adapting based on our experiences and, get this, our thoughts.
Whoa, really? Our thoughts can change our brains.
Think about it like this. Imagine you're walking through a forest. Every time you walk down the same path, it becomes more defined and easier to follow.
Right, I get that.
It's the same with our thoughts. The more we think a certain thought, the stronger those neural pathways become.
So if I'm always focusing on negative things, those negative thought patterns become ingrained in my brain.
Yeah, that's the downside. But the good news is the same goes for positive thoughts.
Okay, so that's where the power part comes in, right?
Yeah,
We can actually change our brains by changing our thoughts.
you got it. By focusing on what we want, visualizing success, and cultivating positive emotions, we can literally rewire our brains to support those outcomes.
So like if I'm terrified of public speaking, but I want to be a confident presenter, I should focus on imagining myself rocking that presentation.
Exactly. Visualization is a powerful tool. It's like giving your brain a mental rehearsal so that when the real deal comes, it's not so scary.
That's amazing. But I think our listener might be wondering, how do I actually apply this in my life?
Well, the first step is awareness. Start paying attention to your thoughts. Are they mostly positive or negative? Are they helping you or holding you back?
Yeah, good point. We need to become aware of those thought patterns before we can change them.
Absolutely. And once you're aware of your thoughts, you can start consciously choosing more empowering ones.
So listener, what's one area of your life where you'd like to see some positive change? What thoughts could help you get there?
Maybe it's something you've been putting off because of fear, or maybe it's a goal you've been struggling to achieve. Think about what beliefs or thoughts might be holding you back, and then start challenging those thoughts and replacing them with more supportive ones.
I love that. It's like we're taking back control of our minds and using that power to create the reality we want.
And sometimes just recognizing the connection between your thoughts and your experiences can be really eye-opening. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how your mood or outlook can impact your day?
Totally. If I wake up in a bad mood, it feels like everything goes wrong. But if I start my day with a positive attitude, things just seem to flow better.
See? It's like our thoughts are creating a ripple effect in our lives. And by understanding this, we can make conscious choices about what kind of ripples we want to create.
Wow. This has been a truly mind-bending deep dive. So the power of thought is not just some new age fluff. It's actually backed by science. And it's something we can all tap into to improve our lives.
It's pretty empowering, right? To think that we have this incredible ability to shape our reality with our minds.
Absolutely. It's like we're all architects of our own realities. And the thoughts we choose to focus on are the building blocks.
What a great way to put it.
So listener, what kind of reality are you building? What thoughts will you choose to focus on today? Something to ponder as we wrap up this deep dive.
Keep those positive thoughts flowing.